Man, what a good fight. This girl, Lipski, this Brazilian girl, Lipski, that came from Brazil with nothing but her suitcase. And she rented an apartment next to the American top team. Just think about that for a second. You came to America for a better life. And you're signed to the UFC. And you're a female fighter, but you have no money whatsoever. The only money you have is the show money. The show money. You know how much these women get paid? Like 20 to show and 20 to win. Really, their contract starts as 12 and 12. Then it goes up to 20-20. Then it goes up to 50-50. Then it goes up to 100. But you have to keep winning to get those bonuses. But Lipski just showed up today and she got paid her show money. Obviously, didn't get a bonus because she got knocked the fuck out. She got her show money, that's all. And now what? You're just gonna go back to Brazil with your tail tucked between your legs, man. That's crazy. Like, to think about it for a second, you left your whole life behind to gamble or to try and make it in the UFC. That's a gamble. Because in the UFC, there's top level opponents, the best people in the world, the best combat athletes in the world come together. Like, if you're not an elite fighter, you probably shouldn't make it to the. You probably shouldn't be fighting in the UFC. That's probably the truth. You probably shouldn't be fighting in the UFC. You should probably fight in a local circuit until you believe you're good enough, or just don't fight in the UFC at all. Because, all right, man, let me show you guys this fight. The story of this fight was that Lipski was getting the best of the stand-up here against DeLaRosa, but DeLaRosa was able to get takedowns at some point in the first round. And after she gets the takedown, it's pretty much all downhill from there for Lipski. She's just getting destroyed, dominated, ground and pound, vicious ground and pound from DeLaRosa. And it's not looking too good for Lipski. Lipski just looks like a cute girl from Brazil's favelas. I mean, she should just open up an OnlyFans account. Like shit. I mean, you're cute. You're pretty. If you're pretty, why are you fighting in the UFC? Why the fuck are you getting your head bashed in for some small money when you could be a OnlyFans girl and you could be making more money than you're making in the UFC, Lipski? Probably should open an OnlyFans account, Lipski. Just saying. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, you're that pretty. Pretty girls don't get into fights, typically. But anyways, she's just getting ground and pounded here. Doesn't look like she really knows anything on the ground. She knows how to transition to full guard, which is a great thing, but her guard is closed, and she's not really throwing up any submissions here, so I guess it's pretty much a useless guard. She doesn't really have the urgency to try and get back up to her feet. She just looks content on the ground, which is kind of strange. And then DeLaRosa just finishes off the round with some ground and pound. She wins the first round in dominant fashion, opens up a cut on Lipski's forehead. Why is she training at American Top Team? And why are you paying American Top Team so much money just so you can have this abysmal performance? Like, this performance is totally unacceptable. I mean, the takedown, the double leg, she got it with ease. De La Rosa got the takedown with ease. It wasn't even a problem for her. She was probably pissed when she lost, but, like, it's just because your skills are not good enough, Lipski. You need to get back in the gym. But the thing is, I fear she may have already been released because I haven't seen her fight again. So that's kind of sad. I mean, she's probably going to get released if she loses the next fight. Or has she already been released? That's the sad thing. in the UFC, if you lose 2 fights in a row, you're gone. You're out of there. But sometimes you're not, because the women's divisions are not as stacked as the men's divisions. In the men's divisions, if you lose 2 fights in a row, you're finished. You're done. The Dana White kicks you out because you lost 2 fights in a row. Even if they're close decisions, and those fights are not like you're not losing like on a wide margin, you still lost. It's still gonna kick you out. Yeah, this is sad. Like, I feel sorry for Lipski. I mean, it's a fight. You shouldn't really feel sorry for anybody. Like, it's a fight, and you deserve whatever you get because you trained for the fight and you got outclassed. It's just simple martial arts. It's nothing to be. There's nothing to really be ashamed of here. I mean, you lost to the better person, so nothing to really be ashamed of. Um, I mean, Lipski did a bad job, very bad job. I mean, she didn't even get back up one time. She was just getting held on the ground with ease by Montana DeLaRosa, and she got finished here. I thought she was gonna get that arm triangle right there, but the cage is pretty much making that impossible because she won't be able to, pass to side control on the left side. You see that arm right there? All DeLaRosa has to do is pin her arm on the right side, and then push her head against that arm, and basically make it an arm triangle. But it's too hard to do here because the position is wrong. The cage is gonna defend. Is gonna defend Lipski from that submission. I believe she's going to it here, but Lipski's doing the right thing by turning to her side. Yeah, and then she finishes the fight by going to mount and just grounding and pounding Lipski the fuck out. Now, Lipski, you probably should be doing OnlyFans. I mean, I don't know, like she's going for an underhook on the right side, but that didn't help her, unfortunately. OnlyFans might be a good idea because fighting might not be for you, Lipski. I mean, maybe if you make it to the Bellator. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I don't know, man. Like, these pretty women shouldn't be fighting the UFC. Just make it ugly bitches. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't be saying ugly bitches, but like pretty women like Misha Tate and Lipski and what's that other girl's name? Rachel Ostafich. Didn't she get released from the UFC? But man, like these pretty women, should just make them fight and don't fight. Don't get your head bashed in and your skull bashed in, and your nose get bashed in and you're bleeding everywhere. Like, come on. You really want to get cut open with blood gushing out of your face? But yeah, Lipski got totally dominated by Montana De La Rosa. Kind of sad to see, but it's part of the sport. It is what it is. I'm out. Peace.